Insurance Agency Marketing Services. Thank you for taking time to join us here for our new, very special webinar. We're excited about this. We have Professional Education Services with us here today, along with Mutual Trust Life. Our co-presenters are Kip Walker. He's the Regional Vice President over at Mutual Trust Life, and they brought this to us. And we also have Daniel Wanston, who is the founder of, and we'll just use the acronym PES today, and Terry Rummel, who's the Vice President. So thank you, gentlemen, for taking time out of your busy schedule to help us kick this off this morning.
Happy to be here. Thank you. Be here.
Thank you.
This is a recorded webinar, so the nice thing about that is once this is completed, we'll email this out to all of the attendees here, and you can anticipate a follow-up call from us. We'll see if you have any questions and obviously get you set up. The plan here would be to obviously get you contracted with the Mutual Trust Life in order to be set up through Professional Education Services. And the nice thing about that is once you're set up, we'll have a one-day training, we'll have a weekly call. So keep you very well educated in this. And the interesting thing is, you know, there's a lot of kids that are going to college, and we all know it's very expensive. In fact, I'm living that right now as my first child is going into college next year, and it is not cheap. And so by utilizing these services can certainly help you tremendously, help your clients. So let's go ahead and get started here in the essence of time. I'm going to go through a few different presentations or a few different slides here, tell you a little bit about insurance agency marketing services and how we can help you, and then we'll turn it over to our co-presenters. So first of all, you notice we've got what we call our new producer bonus program, and this is a three-tier approach. So this 100,000 is, if you're looking at dollar for like annuity, single premium life, we have a fraction of that for target life premium. When you're writing these whole life insurance plans, tying that in with professional education services, it doesn't take long to accumulate the dollar level you need to hit these different tiers. So in the first level, 100,000 in points, you can choose between either a $750 cash bonus or a 2-year subscription to website newsletter service. Now, I'll tell you some of these things you can buy in, and this is one of the opportunities right here on the website. We can get one up and running for you in one business day. So if you don't have a website now and you want to do that, you can certainly call and ask for Josh. He can get you set up there, or you can earn it. Or if you choose not to take either one of those two, you can get a free iPad as well. This is kind of nice because more and more companies are going towards the electronic application, and there's no reason to miss a form when you utilize your iPad. If you decide to wait till you get to the 300,000 level, we have the full Social Security program and 3,000-piece postcard mailing. Now, this is an option you can buy into or earn. This is a great way to get in front of more buyers. There's a lot of seniors right now that are retiring, and Social Security is weighing heavily on their minds. So this helps you to get in front of them and really do a lot of financial planning for them. Or you could choose $2,000 matching marketing money to promote your business. Or finally, there's a $1,500 gift card to use as you choose. Lastly, we have the 500,000 level where you can either you can earn this or buy these next two. The 5,000-piece mailing and seminar coaching is with Matt Gill. The second is the 4,000-piece mailing seminar coaching with Dave Pimper. Both of these gentlemen do a tremendous job of seminar selling. They qualify for all of our top trips as well as multiple company trips. So this is a great way again to get in front of more potential buyers. Finally, there's the Ritz-Carlton Travel Rewards program. You can make your own personal getaway. Now, speaking of trips, we have a trip that we run every year. It's usually an 18-month qualification. This year, we're going to the Boulders Resort and Spa. That's in Scottsdale, Arizona. And the trip dates are February 25th through the 28th of 2018. You'll notice here at the bottom of the screen that the qualification period started July 1st. It runs until December 31st of this year, so there's plenty of time to qualify. $2 million in annuity premium, 1.5 single premium, 175 in life target premium, and so on. So every single thing that you write with us goes towards a qualification of the trip. And I'm certainly not going to steal Kip's thunder, but he'll talk about Mutual Trust trip that they got running right now. Phenomenal trip. This is probably one on most people's bucket list, but you can actually qualify for their trip and our trip on the same premium dollars. So it's an opportunity to do both. And Kip, I'm sure you'll probably mention that, so I'm going to just go on to our next slide here. One thing that we've really helped a lot of our advisors do is to brand themselves and to help them to market themselves more effectively and efficiently. And so you can call and ask for Jen in our office. You can certainly buy into the program, or you can earn it based on your production. Anywhere from your basic marketing all the way up to television advertisements, we can help you with that. And you can see the myriad of different things that are available. So if you're not getting that type of help today, certainly encourage you to do that. We've actually helped agents to propel their career to the next level by utilizing some of the services that we have here through our creative services department. And then also the insurance email newsletters. This is something else we can help you with. Electronic media, social media. There's so much going on out there today, and we can help you to do what's going to be best for your market, what's best for you as far as getting out there and hanging the shingle. Let people know what's going on electronically through email, newsletters, etc. So again, you can call and ask for Jen Decker in our office, and she can help you get set up there as well. We are real big on training, and if you look at our webinar schedule, you'll notice that we've got webinars running every day of the week. And so one thing that we do here is we have life and annuity training academies. I'm going to put a real quick poll out there, and I would ask you to just quickly mark yes or no, and I'm going to explain this to you real quick, and we're going to move on. So here's what we do. We fly you out on a Wednesday, so we pay for your airfare. We'll do a few short presentations and dinner on Wednesday evening. We'll do a full day of training on Thursday, a half a day training on Friday, and then we'll fly you back home. So here's what we do. IAMS will pay for your airfare, we pay for your meals, we pay for your lodging. And the whole idea behind this is to help you to grow your life business and your annuity business. Or maybe what you're doing today is you're just kind of a one-trick pony. You're working specifically or focusing on life insurance or focusing on annuities, but realize you're leaving money on the table. So this is an opportunity for you to cross over the aisle, so to speak, and incorporate other products, other sales concept into your business. We have speakers coming from across the country to talk to you about different sales strategies, different marketing strategies. We do seminar presentations. There's some really good breakout sessions. And with the Department of Labor out there, it's not gone, but it's postponed, right? So there's still some things that are moving, some moving parts out there that we're going to discuss with you to help and make sure that your business is ready for that. And so I would certainly encourage you, if you are interested in it, I'll tell you we've got one coming up May 17th through the 19th. We still have some opportunity for you to attend that. We've got one in September, and we have one in November. And so there's still plenty of time to attend one of these events. If you're interested at all you need to do is mark yes. What we'll do is we'll email you an agenda so you can see what's covered. And we'll email you an application so you can complete that, get on the list of interested attendees. And then what we'll do is we'll let you know the dates and if there's any changes to the agenda as well. So I think it's important that if you're not spending and investing in yourself, you're certainly you're selling yourself short, because there's so much opportunity out there to grow your business through some of the different things that are happening in our industry. And one thing that I've learned in this business, I've been in it for 30 years, that if you're not investing in yourself, again, that's a poor decision. I think one of the best investments you really do make is in yourself. And those agents that I see that are so very successful are those that are constantly learning. So this is an opportunity for you there. Okay, looks like only half of you have voted, so I'm going to go ahead and move on. If you change your mind, you want to know more, just give us a call here, ask for anyone in marketing. They'll go through this with you. They'll get you set up. Okay. So paperless contracting, we're going to make it real easy for you to get appointed with us. If you're interested in getting contracted with Mutual Trust Life and doing business with professional educational services, what we'll do is I'll email you a contract today. You'll fill that out. And if you ever decide that you want to add new carriers, all you have to do is let me know. You won't have to complete contracting again. So it's very efficient. It's on our website, or of course, after today, I'll email that to you, and it's www.imzinc.com. Everything that you could possibly want is available out there on our website. So if you're doing business after hours or on the weekends, applications, contracts, company links are there, you name it. It's all on our website. And speaking of Department of Labor, we have just started our own RIA. So now we have a sister company. It's IAMS Wealth Management. So if you are offering brokered products to your clients today, I would certainly encourage you to, I'm going to do this real quick here as well while I'm thinking about it. I'm going to launch another real quick poll. So, maybe some of you are thinking about getting your Series 65 license. What we do is we actually help you cover the cost of that. So if you're interested in maybe doing that, you can call. I'll give you the number here in just a second. But one of the things I think is important is when you look at the commission schedules that are out there today. And I know that from speaking with a lot of different advisors, they may not be real happy with the commission levels that they're receiving. I can tell you that I've looked at our grid and we are very competitive, if not much better than many that are out there today. So you realistically could run all of your business through us. We have a BD set up. We've got a great arrangement there, and our commission schedules are very, very strong, very competitive. So if you're interested in knowing more, all you need to do is mark yes. I'll have one of our guys from the IAMS Wealth Management team give you a call. Otherwise, if you got a pencil handy, maybe write this number down. You can call after the webinar. It's 888-255-7670. Again, that's 888-255-7670. And looks like a great response here from those of you on, so I certainly appreciate that. If you like, again, all you need to do is call in if you have some additional interest. All right, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give this just one more second. I know that everybody's time is very valuable here and we want to move on, but I certainly wouldn't want you to miss out on an opportunity here as well. So, all right, I'm going to close the poll. Thank you so much for weighing in on that. All right, Retirement Analyzer, here's a program we've got available, and this is really designed for advisors that are very technologically savvy. If you're not really sure how to turn the computer on, this may not be for you. But this particular program really does a great job of helping you do some comprehensive planning with your senior clients or anyone that you're working with. Maybe you have clients that are in the accumulation phase. This really helps them to strategize and make sure that their assets are in the right place and that they're doing a good job with their budgets. So the Retirement Analyzer is a great program for you there, and I would ask you to, if you're interested, call and ask for anybody in the annuity marketing department. They're the ones that are doing most of the work on that. And again, this does help on the life insurance side of your business as well. And when you're thinking about professional education services for college planning, this is a great tool as well because it's going to help you to, I'm sure, make sure that your clients are putting their assets in the right place. And I'm not going to take away from PES at all here today, but there is a right way and a wrong way to strategize as far as planning and locating your assets in different places for accountable, non-accountable. So this can help in that strategy as well. All right, one last thing for me here is referred producer program and marketing reimbursement. So real quick, if you know an agent that might not be getting the benefits and services that we provide here, if you refer them over to us and we get them contracted, we're going to send you a check for $50 just upon receipt of their contract. Then every time that they write a piece of business, we put money into an account for you. And at the end of the quarter, we send you a check for their production. Now, they're not taking a commission hit. You're not in the commission business. This is just our way of saying thank you for the referral. And you'll just see here real quick as a simple example, we give you 20 basis points on what they write. So this $1 million is based on annuities or single premium life, but in our traditional life, it's a different, it's a smaller amount. But the point is, if you send us 3 producers who are at $1 million in production, that's $6,000 in cash for you. I can tell you right now that we have agents that are collecting over $10,000 a year from their referrals. So it's a nice little way to put money in your pocket, and there's nothing really for you to do other than to send us a referral. One last thing, the market and reimbursement program that we have. So what happens is, if you write $100,000 in annuities, single premium life, or $10,000 in target life premium, we put $200 into a market reimbursement program. So what that means is, let's say that if you're going to pay any kind of a fee, maybe to do business with PES, or maybe to buy leads, or maybe to pay for your postage in your office. Let's say you spend $1,000, you send us a receipt, we turn around, we send you a check for $500. So we cut your expenses for marketing and just basically being in this business, we cut that in half for you. And that's in addition to your commission. So this is a great thing. I know when I was in the field, if I'd have had this would have helped me tremendously. So keep that in mind. The marketing reimbursement is a very, very big part of what we do here to support our advisors. So, okay, with that said, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to switch this over to Daniel Wanston. Again, he's the founder of Professional Education Services. And I think, Kip, I know that you had some words that you wanted to say, so I'm going to go ahead and while I'm doing this, I'm going to turn over to you, Kip, real quick, and we'll get Daniel set up here.
Okay, great. I appreciate that, Mark, and I appreciate having us back again. And we're excited to have Dan Wonston and Professional Education Services on this presentation. We've been working with Dan for many years now, and many of our top producers are using his program. So I know it works, and it's very effective. And I appreciate you mentioning the conference, because we are going to Australia in 2018. So it'd be a great opportunity to have two conferences, and ours is in June, and I saw yours is in February, so they don't conflict in that way either. If you're signing up through IMES and you start writing business with Mutual Trust, you can get to Australia on $30,000 in new business credit, and we calculate that as 52.5% times base premium, or what you might call target. And that is very doable, and especially when you use a program like Professional Education Services. One of our top producers, he's either number one or number two on our list of top producers, is the College Planner, and many of our top producers are Professional Education Services users. So you can definitely do it. And we not only get you there with just $30,000 new business credit, which is about a little less than $60,000 in base premium, we actually double your credit the first 4 months. So now you're down to about $30,000 in new business credit, or in premium, to get to Australia. Now, on top of that, you can watch a series of videos on our MTL University website, and we'll give you $2,500 in credit towards convention. So now you're down to about $26,000 and change to get to Australia. So it's a great deal, great opportunity to get to a country that is on many people's bucket list. Now, on top of just being able to get double bang for your buck on the conference qualification, you can also earn expense reimbursement for production on those same dollars, and earn reimbursement toward programs like Professional Education Services or other business expenses. You can earn up to $1,500 in reimbursement. So again, a lot of rewards out there that we can double up on, and you can get a lot of bang for your buck writing with Mutual Trust through IMES. And again, I don't want to take any more time since we're going to be drinking from a fire hose here from Dan. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Dan. Just one last thing before I do is that our Horizon value is the perfect product for this kind of concept, for this, especially for the part of Dan's program where they're doing a late stage college planning scenario. The liquidity that we have, the high early guarantees, the accessibility, all work very well for this kind of program. And that's why we have such a strong showing in that area with our producers. So again, Dan, thanks for being here. I appreciate working with you, and I'm going to turn it over to you.
Wonderful. Thank you, Kip. Thanks, Mark. Great to be here with everyone. And again, the New Horizon product with MTL is just spectacular for college. And I think what is unique about the college market is that we can take many of the concepts you already know, but apply them in a way that you can get in front of more people faster, quicker, through a seminar system. So it is a seminar program. The best, most successful people will have an office. You can go from house to house if you need to, but the most successful will have an office where you can be like a doctor, going from appointment to appointment to appointment. And we look forward to working with anyone who's interested. Now, 5 biggest mistakes that I like to think of about what makes college special is that so many times you're trying to sell the future instead of immediate needs. And if it's an immediate need, if I have a toothache, I'm much more likely to take time off of work and get it taken care of than if I'm thinking about a future something. So it creates a sense of urgency when it's an immediate need. When I first got into financial services, I was a jack of all trades and a master of none. And I just looked like everybody else. I didn't stand out. We weren't charging a fee to have any other services. There was no other commission coming in. And I think having a education sale, so you can't charge a fee if you do not have a Series 65 license, but you can sell an education service and still receive a nice commission. And this gives you multiple income streams that way. I think focusing in on a target market and selling to a starving crowd. Well, if you're really, really hungry, you'll eat at the worst restaurant in town if it's the only one there. and I think what happens is the need is so big in college, and it's only gotten stronger, that it's an exciting time to work with moms and dads and students, and the high level of trust they have for you and referrals is really exciting. So I do have a limitation of time, I think. Mark, aren't we done at 12 or at 11? Is that correct?
Oh, that's about right. But yeah, if we need to go a little over, I'm sure everybody can understand that. So, yeah.
Okay, great. I think the market is quite huge for college. And the great news about college, if you think about any high school, that you have 4 years of high school, and every year 25% of the students leave and a new 25% arrive. And that really is the marketplace we're aimed at on that same clock. We're talking to the parents of those students. So every year, 25% of the marketplace is brand new, and you've never talked to them before. That's pretty exciting. You never exhaust that marketplace, because year after year, there's another fresh 25%, and there's always a steady stream of qualified and motivated people. While we're solving the college problem, what we have discovered is almost everybody is also concerned about retirement. And the greatest pressure, one of the painful things they're experiencing, is how do I pay for college and still retire? College can be so expensive, more expensive than the average home for many, many families. And the question is, how do I pay for college and retire? And so Mark was talking about getting cross-trained for life and annuity. And I think, Mark, that would work wonderful in the college market, because so many people need retirement solutions while they're solving college. And our system will allow you to capture both types of assets and have a very successful practice, and fits perfectly with what Mark was sharing earlier. Right now, there's about 24,000 high schools in the U.S. That's an average of 742 students per high school, which means there's about 17 million families per year that need college funding solutions. 17 million, of which 4.45 million are brand new families every year because of the 25% turnover. And I just asked this question to you. How many high schools are within a 40-mile radius of your office? You know, if you go 40 miles to the east, west, north, and south, how many high schools are there? Think of the size of marketplace that is available close to you. So this gives you a steady stream of prospects. They are motivated, and they are pre-screened that they definitely have this need. We tend to aim only at families with a minimum of $75,000 of income and have kids that are in high school. We like the late stage planning because there's a huge point of urgency, and they're desperate to find a way to take the bill, or to take the pain of that college bill out of their hands. So the demand is high for skilled college funding advisors. And when you're done with our program, you will be one of those skilled funding college advisors. And we want to help you and partner with Mark to help your practice be very successful and profitable. And I think that's what happens here when you get into college planning, is first of all, know that we've provided you a proven sales language and a proven marketing system, and that is the seminar marketplace. There's wonderful support. You would receive a direct affiliate portal where you have a lot of online training available 24/7 with webinars and questions and answers and tools and resources. It's just a huge library. There's about $70,000, $80,000 a year of free marketing that's included because our system is automated. When somebody comes to your workshops, they register online, and marketing is going directly to them on your behalf with your name on it, making you look like you've been in the business for 20 years on your very first day. And it's letting them know and giving them free information, things that consumers wish they knew in advance. And it's going to help you and support your goal of providing a financial solution to them. So when you're solving a problem, instead of pushing a product, you're going to instantly have a greater level of success. And by solving the problem of how to pay for college, you instantly have a dramatic increase in sales because people want a solution, and it makes sales easier when you're solving that problem. We want to provide that new income stream to you through the commissions of the education preparation that we provide, but we also want to be your back office. If somebody were to be working with our team, our college coaches and college admissions team, that somebody has inherited money, we would be sure to let you know. And that happens many times during the year. Different planners had no idea they'd been out of touch with somebody over the course of a year or two, but our team found out, and so we pass that information on to you and be sure to tell them that they need to talk to you. So we work like a part of your back office. We have proven marketing to fill workshops specifically for this niche. It's not an experiment, it's tried and true, and a wonderful exclusive workshop presentation that will set up your sales, appointment setting language, step-by-step instructions, the whole thing. We want to help you every way we can. We're looking for long-term relationships with people all over the country, and we've helped so many others be successful. We'd like to help you as well. So we want to partner with Mark in that goal. The proving marketing system is partially online and automated. Once they get into the workshop funnel, there's different steps that you're going through working with them, and our marketing goes out to them on your behalf, and you'll love how easy it is. You can do it with a click and trigger the next step of communication that you'd like them to have. And that's all you got to do, hit a click, and they're off and running in that direction. Let's take a scenario moment, and let's assume that you're brand new at this. And being brand new, you're not that good at workshops. And let's say you do a workshop and you have 20 prospects at your workshop. Now, we deliberately try to have a smaller number rather than, you don't want 150 people at a workshop. You'd want to have probably 3 different workshops. And it's about a close ratio is what happens with big groups. But let's say you close 75% of those people at the workshop, and they make an appointment before they leave that location that they're going to come see you in the next week. And that's pretty common, 75%. After you get going for a while, you're going to be aiming and trying for 80, 90, or 100%, and it's always something you strive for. But let's say 75% make an appointment, and out of those, for whatever reason, not everybody keeps their appointment. So only 11 people keep their appointment. And out of those, again, you're brand new. Now, many people would say they're going to close 90% of that 11. If they show up, they're going to close 90%. But let's say you don't. Let's say you're brand new and you're going to make mistakes and, you know, fail at some things you could have otherwise been better at. So let's say there's only a 30% close ratio, which means 30 new clients. Well, the education sale provides you a $1,700 commission, roughly estimate, and that means that's $5,100 of front-end commission to you for that education sale. As they work with our team, you are paid for that. Next, let's say you do 3 New Horizon life sales with MTL, and the average commission is actually around probably $18,000, but we're going to call it 11. We're going to downplay it and say that you get the small ones, not the big ones. So you only get 3. That's $33,000 of back-end revenue. And so right there is a $38,000 revenue from one workshop. Now that's pretty common. Some would say that this happens all the time. Some would say that they make that off of one client. And it is not uncommon to make that much off of one client when you're using the whole system put together. And one of the reasons so many top producers at MTL are part of the college program is that by the nature of the problem and by the nature of the solution, sheltering these resources in the MTL New Horizon product leads to bigger commissions because there's so much money that has to be sheltered in there. And so there's a lot of support, and we went through that a little bit. So what we want to provide you would be a weekly case support call, coordinating with Mark and IAMS. We want to provide that call on a weekly basis where you get the attention you need, answer the questions you have. There's agency marketing we mentioned as well. There's different mentorship programs. If that was something we could also partner with Mark on and make sure whatever's the best design there happens. But the portal that you receive is multifaceted. The portal provides all the training. It comes with automated marketing that'll automatically take place, but there's also a website that would be set up so that people can make registration to your workshops, and gives you a footprint, and it's filled with testimonies of others that have used the PES program. So it really makes you look spectacular on the first day. So on those weekly calls, we want to give case support, case design, samples of cases and what the problems were, how it was put together, what the solution is, what kind of commissions there are, those type of things, the things you really want to know. And if you see enough of those, you can do it, right? Almost all of you could do it. So we want to help. We want to help take the marketing off your shoulders. We want to help you understand different workshop questions. We want to help you with sales language. It's all part of the program because we know we need to help you be success to get there. The portal really is the central nervous system. It allows you to coordinate with your clients. It acts as a client management tool, a Salesforce tool. It also communicates to the education team who are working with your families. So you can look and see all the notes, know what's going on with any family at any time. Instant updates. You're going to always know where everybody's at by just clicking on a little link, and there you have the information. So you in the back office are always in communication just via the portal, as well as communication for your clients going out. So whether it's marketing materials or workshop materials, appointment materials, sales training, client management, all that really is included in the PES program. So you would have a portal, you would go on, set up different workshops, and you can see in this example that these are all preset for 50. So we normally have 50 seats available at a workshop. Sometimes we make it 25 depending on the location. And if it's filling up too quickly, we would simply add an additional workshop rather than expand the size. And again, that helps us to keep that 75 to 90% close ratio. And we would work with you on getting your workshops in your location. The coaching, again, here's a sample of the variety of training that's available. You click on the link and the video pops up and so forth. There's great calculators to help people know how much they're going to have to pay for college. You can do this in just about 2 seconds and have an idea of where that EFC will come in. That's the expected family contribution. That's what the government thinks people can afford. And I'm sure you know that what the government thinks you can afford is a whole lot more than what you think you can afford. So if you have kids in college, you'll appreciate that. A report comes out, you can hand your client, you can show the potential savings. And I think when you go from the current report to the savings report, you can see the red to the green. You can see in that first year there's about $9,800 of savings, and private schools to the right be about $16,000, $18,000 of savings per year. So you can see how that might add up if you have 4 or 5 students, how much savings you might be able to provide a family. So again, a ton of free marketing. So here we go. Some of the marketing that's included in the portal and the system that's all pre-designed for you. There's a 16-week drip campaign that they get when they come to the workshop. And it's a 16-week online class that's mailed to everybody who attends. For attending, they get that automatically. It has your contact information on it, and it makes them feel like you are just wonderfully informed. And then when they are going to make a first appointment, there's a different campaign. If they don't show up for the workshop, there's a different campaign. And all this is triggered by just a click. You can move from one to the other and trigger wherever they are in the sales pipeline. We're communicating on your behalf for them. Terry, did I miss anything? There's so much here.
Yeah, no, I think you covered all the marketing stuff. There's a lot of support on the marketing questions, one-on-one conversations, calls, training. There's a lot involved in it to make sure that you're informed, you understand the process, and you look professional when you go out there.
Yeah. And I think the big thing is when you guys call, we pick up the phone. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
always important.
Yeah.
So, here's some of the things Terry was talking about. We just showed that already, didn't we? So we'd get different marketing materials custom built for you, and you can print them off, or you could have us print them off and mail them for you. The website comes with your brand and all the workshops. We'll take a quick peek at a college website. So when you sign up, we get it set up, and this is published onto the web for you. A couple of steps there. We're pretty simple. You can see the different pages as they sign up, and where your office might be located, or whatnot. And we can really help you present yourself in the most successful and professional manner. And that new income stream that comes from the education is wonderful. There's different levels of programs, Tier 1, Tier 2, and Tier 3. And those commissions are $16.95, $17.95, and $18.95. And you don't have to do anything but sell the solution and give them, we do everything from there. If they want somebody to do all the paperwork for them, it's an additional $39.95 a month. Most people will do Tier 3 and the paperwork because of the simplicity that's there. But we have all these different classes, the tutoring we do with all the students, and so forth, really is going to be life-changing for that family and takes the burden off mom and dad. If mom and dad are stressed out about all these things they suddenly are supposed to be experts on, or else their children's future's at stake, to have a service that takes it off their plate with an A+ Better Business Bureau rating since 1999. We've never had one complaint. We go above and beyond for everybody. We are a NACAC certified college admissions company. That's a standard of professionalism inside the education industry. Any high school would respect that. Any educator is familiar with that label or that standard. Think of it as a CFP for financial planners. The NACAC certification, there are many college programs that don't have that certification. I do have a master's in education in college admissions, and we have, I believe, I could honestly say, the best college preparation program in the country that will help slash college costs and get your kids into the best schools. So really what we want you to be able to provide your clients is, how can you guarantee certain dollars from different colleges? Our tuition award programs, when they buy our program, you're going to get $6,000. They will receive $6,000 of college discounts at hundreds of colleges across the country. And that's something that's a certainty. That's a guaranteed dollar amount. Then financial aid savings. Are we really getting the most from the need-based system? What about the merit system? What about gifting or athletics? And then what's the maximum college savings? Maybe we teach you some creative solutions to increase the savings further. It's not uncommon to save a family $100 grand. It's pretty common to do that. We don't ever advertise it. We don't ever market it, but it is still pretty common. Terry, I mean, I think it's even more than that, isn't it?
Yeah, it's much more than that. You know, we like to think of it as finding different buckets of money for college, and most families only think about the financial aid bucket when it comes to paying for college. But when you combine the financial aid savings that you can get from, sheltering assets and insurance and annuities on top of the college program, which can help boost the merit and the gifting money and the guaranteed tuition discounts, all of a sudden mom and dad have a very efficient way to pay the college bill with a lot less out-of-pocket costs. And it makes for very happy clients, which is, of course, sends to lots of referrals at the same time.
Right. So this is not just money coming from the financial aid office. This is money coming from the admissions office, the department, or the school of business, or the school of athletic department, or school of science, or whatever inside the college, plus the need-based, plus your financial solution that saves them money, plus the tuition rewards. And so it starts to really add up to be a huge amount of savings. And I think that's what makes it stand out, is we help you understand how to do that complete solution to build that long-term relationship with us. And so we want to help your clients have a sense of urgency, boost those insurance sales. And again, that New Horizon product is just so exciting. when that came out. We've been thrilled, and I think you'll be thrilled with it too. You definitely need to get a MTL contract just for that product alone. You'd be trained to provide your clients something that's professional like this. Your logo information would be on the front there instead of PES, but you can give them a nice solution, making you look really professional. Let's say the average cost is $29,000 a year for the school, and you have a couple of kids. The total cost would really be $398,000. Now, what does this page do? It scares them to death. You're giving an honest look at the total size of the pain if they receive no financial aid anywhere. That would be about $4,000 a month. What does the family say? I can't pay that. Well, now we've agreed on the size of the problem. Let's give you a solution. And let's have the most efficient dollar help you provide that solution. From the need-based side only, this family's going to save $147. That's need-based only, right? We didn't get to the merit. We can get to the other savings with the tuition rewards. We haven't shown them the savings, the improvement of cash from your financial plan that you will provide. We haven't done any of that. And it shows a cash flow improvement from before or after, how that might work and how that dollar could be more efficient. Different tricks. You make those financial decisions. Our software can help make it communicate. We deliberately left off. There's no solutions in the software. There's just before and after. If you did this or if you did the maximum, where would it be? The financial solution has to come from you guys so we don't cross that line. But we certainly have resources to help you, and Mark's going to have great resources. There's no doubt with a place like IAMS that they have great resources to help you. Now, our role in all of this is that we train you, we coach you, and then we do all the education for the clients. You do not have a master's or a PhD in education. You have no business getting involved on the education side. I think that's the greatest mistake some make, is they think they now have to be college superstars somehow. But we want to help their families. We want to help the students get into the college of their dreams. We cover 16 different subjects to prep these kids, and we take the burden off mom and dad. If mom and dad are not on top of these 16 subject matters, they're going to lose money. By us taking that off their plate and doing 60% of the work for them, they're going to receive a larger amount of money, and that makes you look good. We want to help the families. The fee for our college prep program to you is a $99 a month program. It's a subscription fee. It keeps the software updated. It keeps the information there, keeps the portal running, keeps all the marketing going, tracking all the clients. It's a pretty low entry fee to get going. I know, I think, I won't name them, but one college program is charging $8,000 to $12,000 for about 10% of this information, 10% of this potential. So they're selling information, not coaching with you to be successful. So we're trying to come alongside at the lowest entry price possible so that you can be successful and build that long-term relationship with you and support IAMS's goal of helping you be a top producer. What we want to do is have a one-day training where we cover everything, help you get it, see how to create solutions that produce those large life sales. Some annuity sales would be there as well, but we definitely want to show you those things. And at least 20 years or more of MTL's top agents are part of a program. If that's working for them, we know it can work for you. So what are your next steps, I guess? I'll walk through the next steps, and then we'll pause for questions. And Mark, you can dialogue on it from there. But we have an application for you. You can get that through Terry here in a moment. We have a great onboarding webinar coming up next week where you can get going fast and you really step it up. And then we'd be coordinating with Mark on that live group training. But there's also a one-on-one coaching meeting with Terry where he works out a battle plan to help you take the proper action steps. There's smart steps. You do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's a system. And when you do it, it works. When somebody else does it, it works. We want to help you through that process. So onboarding webinar, and then there's this one-on-one schedule for you, get you going, you get a battle plan for the next 12 months to help you generating, and that will be coordinated with Mark in IMS on the live group training. When you agree, here's a couple of housekeeping matters. When you agree to sign up, what you're agreeing is that you're not going to steal all of our trade secrets and form a competing education company. Some of this is obvious, but we'll go ahead and formally say it. And we're working on a trust and honor system, right? A little bit, but by saying it, people don't do it. So you forgive me if I walk through it. And you'll send your education sales to PES. And all the marketing for this part would come through PES. This is specialized marketing, unique to this niche, so we would be doing that piece. Basically, that's how we're compensated. We don't get paid on anything else, and we want to train you on how to have a great 7-figure income, 6-figure income. Some of you, 6 figures, the biggest you can think of. Easy to do 6 figures. We want to help you do 6 figures, but once you do 6 figures, then you want to see how your office do 7 figures. I think our top office is doing about $2.5 million a year revenue just off of college. So you can definitely do 6 figures. You can certainly do 7 figures. We want to help you get along that. So if we're doing all this work for you and helping you generate that money, we would ask that you don't take the crumbs off our table. So the education sales and the marketing comes this way to us. All right. So this is Terry's phone number, Terry's email. You can coordinate with him. Start off with an email. He can get back to you quickly. Mark is going to have information to help you. I think Kip could have information to help you get signed up. But we want to make ourselves available any way that we can. And so if you are interested in the webinar coming up next week, specifically to this quick start webinar, go ahead and try and get that signed up today. We want to reward people who take action, of course, and we would encourage you to do so. So, Mark, I think that covers most of it. We could have gone a lot longer, but I want to be respectful of the time, make sure we don't drag people into their lunch hour. But I'm open for questions and answers, and I guess, Mark, which direction would you like to go from here?
Well, I'd say if people have questions, they can just type it in the question box, and then I can read them off so everyone can hear, and then you can address those. And so while we're waiting for those questions to develop here, I just wanted to point out something real quick. As Dan had mentioned, there's that $99 fee, and when you're writing business through Mutual Trust Life through our office, you're basically going to send that a receipt of that fee that you're paying. We'll cut that in half. So realistically, that you're not going to pay a full $99 because we're going to pay the other half of it. So there you go. All right.
I see a yeah.
What's that?
I see a typo on phone. We do know how to spell phone. I think a button got stuck.
Oh,
sorry. I apologize on that one.
I'm sure most of us looked right past that.
Well, for the one detailed CPA on the call, I thought I'd say that. I'd confess that typo right now.
That's right. Okay, so a quick question here from Dennis. He asked, how much does it cost to set up a workshop?
Well, the workshop costs normally are free as far as the setup goes, but there may be different rooms you might rent or different settings you might go to. I know some people love doing a dinner workshop. I love doing a non-dinner workshop. So if you were to do a dinner workshop, that could be a little bit more expensive, maybe $500–600 more expensive. But if you get one client, you're going to pay for the marketing, you're going to pay for the workshop, and you're going to have some money in your pocket off of one commission. Now, the marketing for this, Terry, typically if they do a mailer of 2,000–3,000 pieces, when they're starting, they're going to be very cautious. They don't have a lot of cash flow yet. They want to be careful. And I know Mark, as they do production, could help with that marketing cost. But on their first one, Terry, about how much for a 3,000 piece mailer?
It's about $1,800. So okay, not too crazy.
Yeah, somewhere around $1,500. If you want to mail, different communities have different response rates. I know one office does 4 workshops a month, and they mail to a large group but they also do $2 million a year, so that they don't mind spending that much. So $1,500, maybe $3,000 if you're going to be really aggressive.
Yeah, it's around 1,800. Most people are sending out between 3,000 and 4,000 postcards, for a set of workshops.
Yeah. So there's not a lot of markup on it at all.
Nope.
And so then I think you mentioned too that with that said, you're getting about 20 attendees per workshop, roughly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now that'll vary from community to community.
Yeah.
Some have a better response rate, some have a worse response rate. But I've done a workshop with 5 people, and if you close one, it's the same 11,000 to 18,000 commission from one. It doesn't matter how many showed up; it's still worth it.
Yep.
So I think one thing too, maybe to note is once an advisor gets signed up with Mutual Trust Life and signed up to do this with you, you pretty much lock in that territory for them, correct?
Yes, we can't do exclusive territories. That gets into some legal issues. But we definitely work really hard to not overlap anybody. And if somebody was going to be close to somebody else, we would have that conversation about, we already have somebody here that's not helping anybody to be competitive. Why don't you aim to the left instead of the right? And as we coordinate the marketing, we can sort of ensure that those lines are there. But we can't formally have a territory where we get into franchising law. And our legal team has told us we can't do that, or we are in fact creating a franchise, and that takes us in a different direction.
Okay. Michael has a question, and you kind of touched on this already, and I think, it basically Michael wants to know, where do you think the best places are to do workshops?
Yeah, great question. Terry, your thoughts, where are the best places? I know what I'm thinking, but.
So we'll do them, it's different places all around the country. So some places have, especially in the north, just wonderful community centers because they have to have places for people to go in the winter time. So community centers are wonderful. Libraries, if we can rent a room at the high school, that's a great place to do it. Sometimes a restaurant will just have a room where we can reserve a room there and have the workshop. So any place that is a well-known area and it's easy to get to, and it can hold between 30 to 50 people, it's going to be an ideal spot for a workshop.
Okay.
And you'll find a groove whether it's you want to do dinner or not. I know we have one gentleman in California. He only does dinner. He doesn't like to do anything but a dinner. He just feels like people show up if he bribes them with a plate of food, which is different than how I think. I don't want to spend that money, but it works for him. He's very, very successful, so that's okay.
So Dean asks, are you quoting attendees as per individuals or buying units? When you talk about the 20, the number of 20, for example, per.
That was buying units, I believe, Terry. Those are buying units. That's correct.
Yeah, we shoot for about 20 buying units every workshop.
Yeah, and that'll always be different for every person and every month. It's just slightly different. It goes up or goes down, but depends on the mailers that you choose. And we have a rotation model of mixing up the marketing so it stays fresh in your area and so forth.
Okay. Well, gentlemen, looks like our question box is empty. So, I guess I would put out there, if you have any other questions, you can certainly call Terry's phone number there, or you can call myself, and I'll just give you that number real quick here. It's 800-255-5055. Okay. Well, gentlemen, thank you so much for taking time here this morning. We're excited about this new opportunity, and I'm sure that we'll all be talking here in the very near future.
Thank you, Mark.
Sounds good. Thanks for having us on.
Absolutely. Thank you. And folks, for those of you that attend here this morning, we will certainly be reaching out to you here with a phone call and see what we can do to get you set up and rolling here. So have yourself a great week. We look forward to talking to you soon. Thank you.